Welcome, Minister. Thank you for coming. At the beginning, I'd just like to clear two things, if possible. First, I'd like to issue an apology. I'm going to speak in a very British accent, even though I have the most Greek-sounding name imaginable, but it is what it is. The second thing is that I'd like to say, I know this is going out live, a quick hello to my brothers and sisters from the previous symposium. I know a lot of them couldn't make it currently, but if we can all give them a round of applause just for spearheading this initiative as well. The originals, or the OGs as we like to call them, you know? Perfect. Minister, I'd like to begin this discussion by asking about the role of ChatGPT and what role it can have potentially in shaping the proficiency level of the diaspora in different parts of the world.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation. It's actually the second time, so I don't know about the OG, but I know it's OG plus, whatever we can call it. My name is Sofia. I come from Greece. My family comes from central Greece, a place called Karpenisi. If anyone comes from Eurytania or they've met the place, it's a beautiful mountainous area. We came to Athens, my parents came to Athens, I was born here, raised and educated in the city center in Athens, and I had the opportunity to become a teacher, working in schools around the area of Attica, private and public ones, ranging from the kindergarten up to high school. That gave me the privilege of coming to very well, acquainted with our generation, your generation, and so many past generations that have been striving to make ends meet here in Greece, in a Greece where it has been faced with many difficulties, recurring crises, but I think we're making it. And I think we're just being able to deliver a very sound message of resilience, of being able to tackle, as we said, the many economic crises, social cohesion crisis, and of course something that could not have been depicted also in the decision, a firm decision that was taken by many young people back in those days of 2008 and 9 and 10 and 11 that fled the country. It was a new generation that we now take pride in their achievements and their accomplishments. And let's not forget the accomplishments of your parents, your grandparents, our grandparents, my family. Some of them, they went to the States. They are in Astoria and they are in New York, and we are proud of them and their accomplishments in those countries. So thank you very much for being here, and appreciate the opportunity also to the General Secretariat and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mayra, the Deputy Minister, alternate Minister, the Minister Gerapetritis, who was here, I think, earlier this morning for organizing that. You are our superpower. And please do not ever think that this is a compliment. You carry the possibility of being able to share your countries and Greece. Language is also a superpower that we're always trying to ameliorate, to speak better. That's why we're also making a huge effort on the part of the Ministry of Education to better the conditions that we offer Greek language abroad. We're going to be talking more about that and making more effort, always in coordination with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Greek Church is always on our side. Thank you, and thank you for being able to combine efforts in places where it's difficult for us to second the teacher, and always the local churches are there to help us to that end. Now, back to your question. We tried with the Prime Minister Mitsotakis, for the past 2 years. I was then Minister for Social Cohesion and Family Affairs, but back I was Deputy Minister of Tourism, before that Deputy Minister for Education, to insert a more coordinated, let's say, effort in our Greek public and private education system, teach the children what AI is, and being able to equip them with better equipment in classroom, but also hard skills and soft skills to be able to tackle all the new challenges in an ever-changing environment. So about the ChatGPT, we're now starting this cooperation with OpenAI, so as to educate our teachers and then educate the students. Alongside this effort, we're going to be using more AI and machine learning to better the delivery system for the live and the hybrid methods of teaching Greek language abroad. That's why we're now in conversation with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, so we can renovate and innovate as regards teaching Greek language abroad. You know, and of course you have been told that it's a very critical time that we meet, because this year UNESCO has included Greek language in the languages that it is officially using. So it is such a current conversation that we now have in order for us also to better the services that we render to Greeks abroad, Hellenes abroad, but not just the Greeks abroad who want to learn the language, but many other people who also take pains in order to get the certification for being taught Greek language. So for us, the Center of Greek Language, which is also under the auspices of the Ministry of Education, the coordinated efforts with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and our digital services using AI methods, I think will help us tons in our effort to become better and make more sense in your effort to learn the language better.
Thank you. Very insightful stuff. And just leading on to that as well, I know that ChatGPT for members of the diaspora community who may have disabilities as well, it can make it more accessible for them to actually start learning the language.
Yeah. And what is more, sorry for
Yes.
interrupting, I just remember also the latest communication we've had also with companies like Google and Microsoft who offer seminars for free. And one of the main priorities that they have had is to improve accessibility. For us, accessibility is number one. For people with all learning disabilities or any kind of difficulty or disability to be able to access the content in an equal and in a way that everybody can learn with no, let's say, disparities or difficulties whatsoever.
Of course, accessibility is key to this particular matter. And just for my next question as well, I wanted to inquire about the Greek government's role at the university level. In particular, what kind of initiatives they have both here in Greece and also abroad in promoting the Greek language and culture as well.
So many things are happening. I mean, you have, apart from higher education efforts, you also have the efforts that have been made by the ministry, my predecessors, and the current minister and our team, that we're also trying to improve the ratio of teachers and students that we send abroad. You should know that the Greek Ministry of Education is seconding, so sending permanent teachers. Permanent teachers means that they are public teachers, so they are seconded abroad. You should know that more than 750, well, I think there are 757 teachers that are now working abroad, probably in some of the schools that you know, but not just schools, also centers for Greek language and universities. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is also doing such a wonderful work in trying to fund and support universities in many universities abroad. But we also have our schools, we have our charter schools, and we also have the centers for Greek language. And alongside these efforts of somebody who is there to teach, not always in time and not always enough, we have also tried to improve our delivery to that. The teachers are now being sent earlier, the earliest compared to other let's say, years. The ministerial decision was taken in May, whereas in some years, 10 years ago, it had been signed in October. So we're also trying to improve. But at the same time, there is an amazing effort that is being made by our universities in order to become more extrovert, more outward looking. We have just started foreign language lessons and some other faculty, let's say, options abroad by Greek state universities. At the same time, Greek state universities are organizing foreign language courses here, like medicine, like law, business, and it attracts hundreds of people from abroad. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity for somebody to come back and study in the birthplace of your parents or your grandparents. What an amazing opportunity also to learn about the ecosystem here and learn about the mindset that it can be seen, that it's found everywhere in your eyes and your appetite probably to come back. So yes, the Greek Minister of Education is trying to cater to the needs from Greek language acquisition and in general also some lessons that are following the same curriculum as the Greek state school, like let's say in Germany, but in other countries we are now fueling, let's say, the machines of trying to improve language acquisition. Greek universities are doing their best. with the two things that I told you that are happening, the foreign language courses that are offered here in Thessaloniki, in Athens, in Crete, in many, many places, whereas at the same time, we are now starting to organize state university branches abroad.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And if I can just borrow a line from Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. So it's nice that you're bringing back these initiatives and allowing Greeks to come to Greece and, fully embrace all these projects.
If it weren't for traffic, I would say that yes. Traffic and bureaucracy. But anyway, we're trying to really to improve on that count as well. I will not be able to stay longer because I made the mistake with my calendar. I was supposed to be here at 2:30. And it was my mistake, and not anybody else, that I was able to come at 5 p.m. And now I have to rush to the other thing that I have to do for today. But really, you have to trust me in that. It's a huge pleasure and an opportunity for me to be here among all of you today. It brings tears to my eyes to remember also my family that left Greece and, as I told you, went to the States. They got an amazing opportunity, they have amazing lives, and they were able to learn Greek because my grandmother would not allow for any other way to be in the house in Astoria, but they are always so happy to see themselves and their children back in Greece. So we are doing our best for you to be proud of our country and to offer more opportunities to the younger generation also here, and of course to anyone who would like to come visit and live in our wonderful country. So again, welcome and thank you for being here.